As the new school year kicks off, major changes are on the horizon for school cafeterias across the country. With nearly 30 million children relying on school meals as a primary source of nutrition, the USDA is set to gradually roll out significant updates over the next 3 years. These changes aim to reduce added sugars and enhance the overall nutritional value of meals, supporting better health and learning outcomes for students. Newswatch reporter Caleb Pearl recently spoke with USDA Deputy Undersecretary Cindy Long to explore how these updates will impact schools and what parents can expect as they are phased in.
So can you give me a little bit of background on what were the deciding factors in the USDA pushing for these changes that are coming to our school meals?
On an average day, over 30 million kids across the country participate in school meals. And here in West Virginia, it's over 160,000 on any given day. So it's really critical. And the USDA and the Biden-Harris administration is committed to making sure those meals are nutritious and delicious as possible. What we're doing with these new standards is really building on the great work that's happened over the past decade in school meals to increase the amounts of fruits and vegetables and whole grains on the plate. School meals are already so much stronger than they were in the past. And what we're doing with these new standards is really just focusing on some key areas, particularly reducing the amount of sodium and reducing the amount of sugar over the next few years.
West Virginia has one of the highest rates of childhood obesity and diabetes in the entire nation. Do you think these updated nutrition standards could influence healthier eating habits at home and what parents are cooking for their children?
Yeah, absolutely. That is part of the goal. When kids are eating 2 meals a day at school, typically 5 days a week, they're going to come home and talk about what they're eating. They're going to talk about, can we buy this or that in the grocery store? And we have seen that happen over and over again with school meals. When I go into school and talk to kids, I always ask them if they tell their parents what they like in school meals, and they always say that they do. And we hear that from both kids and from parents.
So some kids, might be a little more reluctant to take on these changes. Kids that are picky or that really love their sugar. So has there been any kind of testing with these new changes for kids that do you think it'll stick with them that are a little pickier?
Yeah, well, absolutely. And that's a big part of why we provided schools with this planning year, because lots of schools do things like taste testing and recipe contests to bring kids into the process so that they will end up serving items that the kids will eat. Another tactic that schools use is to really just make slight variations on old favorites. For example, I was recently in a school where they were serving French toast sticks, which kids love, but instead of providing a sugar-sweetened syrup to dip them in, the school provided a strawberry puree, and the kids loved it. Yeah, we have a lot of information on school meals at fns.usda.gov/back to school.
Ms. Long, thank you so much for your time this morning. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.